and I'm honored to serve as faculty marshal for today's celebration. We are delighted to have you all here to share this day with our graduates. Today's ceremony is being webcast. If you'd like to share the address, it is engineering.berkeley.edu/BEgrad18. To anybody who's already tuned in, welcome. To begin the ceremony, I ask you to please stand for the national anthem, which will be sung by Carl Xavier Cruz Bello, a graduating senior in civil engineering and a member of the UC Men's Octet.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright and bright stars through the heavens light. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets declared the bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Please be seated. This afternoon's commencement celebrates the completion of your baccalaureate studies at UC Berkeley, the world's premier public university. This is a tremendous achievement. The College of Engineering remains among the nation's top-ranked engineering programs, public or private. This is a special year because it's the 150th anniversary of the University of California. It's also the 149th annual commencement of the College of Engineering. We have more than 680 baccalaureate graduates here with us today, considerably more than the 12 students in UC's first graduating class. In 1868, the university began with 3 colleges: agricultural, mining, and mechanical arts. The latter 2 are the forerunners of Berkeley engineering. So as you look to your future, we hope that you also carry with you the pride of our history. Out of respect for all our graduates, I have to ask that everyone please stay through the end of the program. With that, now please join me in welcoming Shankar Sastry, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Good afternoon, graduates. I really look forward to this day the entire academic year. This year's commencement feels special as I close out my tenure as Dean on this sesquicentennial year. That's 150th year anniversary. I know I speak for all my faculty colleagues in saying how privileged we feel to have played a role in preparing you for this day. We've asked a lot of you, and you have stood up to the task. We are proud to send you off as graduates of the best engineering school in the world, Berkeley Engineering. day belongs to our graduates. It also belongs to the families who are with us here today. And we congratulate you for supporting the success of our students. Thank you and congratulations.
Yes, well done, Greg. Yes.
Our Berkeley engineering graduates are truly exceptional. Not only are you dreaming about a better future for all, you are inventing it. As engineers, you take up an idea and you use your hands, minds, hearts, and a lot of trial and error to create something completely new. Now you're leaving Berkeley ready to navigate and be leaders in our interconnected and interdependent world. We need your talents more than ever. We need your vision, expertise to build a safe and healthy world for our children and grandchildren. We need your understanding of ethics and social justice as we introduce new technologies that carry complex implications for human society. We need you to answer the call of the citizen engineer. Let me send you off with a favorite quote of mine from the most visionary engineer known to human history, Leonardo da Vinci. He speaks to both the dreamer and the inventor in all of us by saying, "I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do." Remember, wherever you go, you will always be a Berkeley engineer. Take your responsibility seriously, stay in touch, and go Bears! I'm now pleased to introduce a member of the graduating class who has been given the honor of speaking on behalf of the class of 2018. Andrew Ian Gonzalez Bullitt graduates today with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. Ian's achievements as a student are a great representation of the ideals of the citizen engineer I referenced moments ago. When he's not working in research labs studying biomechanics and bioprinting, he is looking for ways to serve. He traveled to Caracas, Peru, to set up a rainwater catchment system as a part of Engineers Without Borders. He has spoken out about the need to increase the representation of students of color in STEM fields, both as a member of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Filipinos in engineering, and as a senator for the ASUC. This past year, he served as the Academic Affairs Vice President for ASUC, advocating for more mental health support of students, among other topics. Ian insists that he never walked across the Berkeley seal in his entire 4 years here. He only pulled one all-nighter while at Berkeley, and that was in the basement of Echeverry Hall. Among the many highlights of Ian's time here is having his photo with a stress-reducing llama at Memorial Glade, published a couple of weeks ago, you might remember, in the New York Times. I can attest to it because my daughter, a little preschooler, was in the background there. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Andrew Ian Gonzalez Bullitt.
Thank you, Dean Sastry. Good afternoon, friends, family, esteemed faculty and staff, and fellow graduates of the class of 2018. Graduates, we have pushed ourselves past our own limits time and time again, become some of the most resourceful students on the planet, and learned how to lift ourselves and the people around us through our shared struggles. Class of 2018, give yourselves a round of applause for your kindness, dedication, and resilience. There have been several moments when we've all stopped to think about what it would feel like in May 2018, how we would change, how our circumstances would change, and what we'd be stepping forth into. We've spent the last 4 or more years making the engineering library our second home, downing hundreds, if not thousands, of yerba mates, Americanos, and taro boba milk teas with half sugar and almond milk, and praying for the day when we'd be free from our frankly terrible Wi-Fi source, AirBears 2. Well, today's that day. But to fully reflect on this moment, let's rewind more to exactly 4 years ago when we committed to this university and how we've changed since then. I can vividly remember the moment I decided to choose UC Berkeley. I was moments from committing to another school solely for my own comfort. When I told my mother this, she shared something with me. She reminded me that as an immigrant from the Philippines, with no family in the States, she deprioritized her own comfort to provide a better opportunity for herself and her children to have experiences just like this one right now. She knew it'd be extremely difficult to move to a small city in Texas, yet she did so unflinchingly, and to better support her own family back home. It was then when I fully realized what type of opportunity UC Berkeley was, and decided to choose Cal. To my parents in the crowd who flew in from Texas, you grew up with much less than me, but devoted your lives to my education. Thank you, and I love you. Okay. But once at Cal, we all experienced different levels of, what's the word? Difficulty. A lot of us were awestruck by being here until we got that first email from B Courses saying, your midterm 1 has been graded. Click here to view the grade. And we slyly backed up and made sure that none of our friends saw our phone screen while we checked that grade. But our struggles have also been more serious. Through my time as the vice president of the Associated Students of UC Berkeley, I've seen our engineering students struggle through courses, midterms, the passing of loved ones, unprecedented amounts of hunger and homelessness, and the fight for the education of our undocumented students and friends who so deserve to be here. We've overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges to get to this very moment, yet we've never stopped growing and showing that we are resilient. But in this growth, there were definitely some memories that only Cal could have let me experience. I remember being asked to stay after class by Professor O'Connell, not to talk about my project, but to talk about what it means to be an underrepresented minority in STEM. There was a night when I bought pizza for a homeless woman named Mama Jude outside a Cafe Strada at midnight, and ended up talking to her about her life, her traumas, and how she hadn't seen her son in 5 years. And one time, a Kiwi bot, one of campus's many tiny autonomous food delivery vehicles, started rolling towards me with X's in its eyes and literally made me jump out of its way before it hit me. AI. But jumping would be the least of my struggles here, as I gave just about all I had to get through Berkeley Engineering. There were times when I wasn't able to handle the rigor of this program, and my hope dwindled. This program pushes you, and sometimes breaks you. At the end of my junior year, I didn't think I could continue anymore, so I went to my advisor and asked to swap my major to a minor in mechanical engineering, and to major in literally just about anything else. Luckily, who can relate? Luckily, I had a problem set to the next day, so I literally just forgot to turn the forms, and one thing led to another, and here I am today about to receive a degree in mechanical engineering, so life imitates art. But on a serious note, it was only through the support of my parents, friends, professors, graduate student instructors, advisors, and therapists that I remembered why I chose engineering in the first place. And I learned that the most important lesson in engineering is the need for us to engineer a better and more equitable world. A lot of us will become leaders of cutting-edge industries such as machine learning, cellular manipulation, and nanotechnology. We will walk out of this theater and enter the industry, startups, graduate schools, the Peace Corps, the armed services, and more. Let us remember the power we hold as engineers to affect our most vulnerable peoples. Let us produce work for the betterment of our poor and hungry, and challenge ideas that engineering is a completely separate practice from politics and social welfare. Thank you. Let us not create meaningless technology just because we can, and let's ask ourselves, are the walls we're building providing shelter or separation? Are the machines we're creating bolstering the employment rate or just replacing jobs? And do our ethics and our hearts align with what we're working on and the powers that control our projects? Let us use our talents to fix our communities and environments and make intentional decisions on the work we pursue and how it will affect the greater society. Let us remember that engineering was embedded in the Industrial Revolution of the 1870s as a means for more efficient mass production and does not inherently promote equity, justice, or world peace. But also, let's not forget that we're the 150th class of Berkeley Engineering, and we encompass a practice that now amalgamates engineering with social good. But I shouldn't even have to be saying all of this, because I'm confident we're going to do all of these things. I've seen clubs like Enable Tech tirelessly work on projects for those with disabilities. I've seen Robotics at Berkeley change their creed for robotics for the social betterment, and I've seen the Cal Solar TARC team tirelessly prove the effectiveness of solar energy and their many award-winning vehicles. Even at a social level, I've seen our many honor societies like Pi Tau Sigma and Tau Beta Pi offer hundreds of free tutoring hours to help their peers. Engineering for Kids and Pioneers for Engineering teach STEM to local community youth. And Engineers Without Borders lead life-changing projects abroad. Class of 2018, we must continue to use this kindness, talent, and ambition to ensure that our engineering is truly making the world a better place for the most disadvantaged among us. We are acutely aware of the societal issues we face and the issues that we face personally. We walked into this theater as students, but must walk out as professionals, advocates, and world leaders. So now, class of 2018, without further ado, it's time for us to engineer a better world through our intelligence, kindness, and degree from the #1 public university in the world. Thank you. Fiat Lux, and go Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3, go Bears! Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. We're very proud of you. I'm now delighted to introduce Yoki Matsuoka, a Berkeley Engineering alumna who will deliver today's commencement address. Yoki is the Chief Technology Officer at Nest, a smart home subsidiary of Google's parent company, Alphabet, and one of the founding members of Google X, the moonshot factory known for ambitious far-out projects like self-driving cars, delivery drones, the AI you talked about, and Google Brain. But before Yoki burst into the tech industry scene, she was making her mark in academia. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences at Berkeley Engineering, and then headed across the country to MIT for her master's and PhD degrees. She held faculty positions at Carnegie Mellon and the University of Washington, leading research in health and medical applications for robotics. Her projects have included the use of virtual environments to help stroke patients recover function during physical therapy. And she applied her knowledge of neuroscience, computer science, and biomechanics to create sophisticated lifelike prosthetic devices, such as a robotic hand with responsive motors and tendons. Her insights and talents in the burgeoning field of neurorobotics earned her a Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers, called a PCASE, in 2004, and the MacArthur Genius Award in 2007. The MacArthur Foundation cited her work for transforming our understanding of how robotic technology can enhance the mobility of people with disabilities. We are thrilled that Yoki could join us today. Please join me in welcoming Yoki Matsuoka as she delivers the 2018 commencement address.
Well, thank you, Dean Sastry. Actually, following Andrew is going to be really, really hard, so let me see what I can do. So, esteemed faculty, proud parents, delighted friends and family, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. Congratulations, you've made it. You know, it's a little bit surreal to be right here in a Greek theater. I was sitting right there 25 years ago, just like you, fiddling with that weird robe that I was wearing, and then sort of figuring out if it goes from right to left or left to right kind of thing. And, you know, just to put it 25 years in a context, Pearl Jam and Sting was performing on this stage. Hillary Clinton was just getting settled into the White House. Microsoft was releasing Windows 3.11, which it's 16-bit operating environments. And Soda Hall was a hole on the ground, but Dean Sastry was still teaching. And hey, that's great. I learned a lot from him. But to be honest, I can remember that day. I remember looking up at the sky from my seat and looking at the clouds, and I still remember that color. But you know what? To be honest, I can't remember that commencement speaker. Nothing personal. I was just really thinking about how did I even get here? And maybe a little bit of a hangover too. Seriously. The truth is, I didn't come to Berkeley to study engineering at first. I came here to play tennis. All my life, my dream was to become a professional tennis player. And everything I did was geared toward that. So, and I actually also went to the qualifying round of Wimbledon. But when injuries prevented me from pursuing my dream, my life felt like it just fell upside down and I didn't know what to do. So what I did here at Berkeley is something all failed athletes would do. I decided to major in electrical engineering and computer science. Not being able to pursue tennis as my life felt like a total setback. But you know what? Looking back now, I think it was an unexpected gift. And this was the beginning of my professional journey. And all of that started just from knocking on a professor's door, just like a lot of things happen around here at Berkeley. I tapped on Professor Fearing's door and explained that I wanted to build a tennis robot for myself. Why tennis robot? Well, because I wanted to have that robot to play tennis with every day for the rest of my life. But at the same time, I wanted to have that passion that I had for tennis somehow incorporated into my career in my life. To Professor Fearing's credit, he opened the door, let me in, and listened to my story. And he nodded, and he said, please go to Corey Hall, 3rd floor, to my lab, and then you can start working. I didn't know what to do, but that turns out to be the first day of my career in robotics. Unfortunately, Professor Fearing couldn't have been here, but I'm extremely thankful for that little gesture that he did for me, even though I have no idea if he liked my idea or he just wanted to kick me out of his office door. As a tennis player, I learned to approach each point with fresh mind. Whether I just hit the incredible shot or totally just embarrassed myself, I had to be able to reset and give everything I had for the next point. And graduates, you've just hit this amazing shot. You came to Berkeley and you made it your own. You defeated your last finals, or most of you. I had 2 finals to go at this time too. And now you're about to embark on a career as some of the best educated engineers in the world. And that's really exciting. But you know what? This is just the beginning. You just hit one amazing shot and a ton more to come for the rest of the match. And as you embark on the rest of the game, I'd like you to take away 3 points from what I say. Even if you're worried about how you're going to get off on the stage and then receive the diploma and not really thinking who's talking and what she's saying, 3 points. That's all I ask for today. Okay, so first point. Let me challenge you to make sure to find that passion. For me, that was that robotic tennis buddy. I was so passionate about this. I couldn't even get out of the bed in the morning, like just had to go in and do this. And I couldn't go back to sleep. I had to stay up and think about this. Something that I felt so passionate about. And I want you to find that passion in the next thing that you do. And that passion, it's okay to change that a little bit. I started with a tennis passion, and that led me to build a tennis robot that led me to MIT to pursue my PhD. I clocked hours instead of sleeping and building this robot. And it was all about tennis and then that love that got me going at first. But then I started to change. I started to love the technology. I started to push the envelope of the science, as well as I started to challenge myself and see how far I could really go. And that was really exciting, and I couldn't stop doing that. Well, but turns out building the tennis robot was really hard. At that time, the understanding of how to replicate those human movements into a robot was nearly impossible. How can we build a robot if we couldn't even understand how human brain controls our body? So that actually allowed me to think, well, maybe instead of building a robot, I should build a computational model of human brain. So that's what I ended up doing for my PhD. Well, thank you. But as I learned how the human brain works, I also realized that when the brain doesn't work perfectly, it is devastating. And that's that realization moment that happened to me. Said, wait, building a tennis robot for myself? How self-serving is that? There's something bigger than that. Maybe there's something I can do for those hundreds of millions of people out there who are having disabilities that make simple everyday life difficult. So that comes to the point number 2. 1, 2, 3, this is the second one. First one was passion. This one is mission. I want you to remember to find something that is bigger than anything else, a personal mission, an inspiring goal, a larger purpose, that mission. In fact, it's right there in engineering school's mission. It's called Serving Society. And I'm sure you memorized all the engineering school's mission by now. So ace your next serve. You're the best trained engineer embarking on a career that can make not only your life better, but the world around you better, and the people around you a little more whole. And of course, many of you probably chose engineering for that exact reason. You came here wanting to change the world. Or some people said, you know, I happen to be good at math and physics, maybe I'll go to engineering for a little longer. Or maybe I like solving hard problems and engineering seems hard enough, and then that's kind of exciting. But whatever and wherever you might have come from, pick that big thing, something that's daunting, and something that you might not win. This tennis game, you might not win it. And I can tell you, I didn't always win. As a matter of fact, I lost a lot. And that brings me to that third point. Ta-da! So passion, mission, the last point. Don't sweat if you lose some points. Even Serena Williams, who I admire like crazy, lose lots of points in every match. The results of the matches are really the string of points lost and won. And without losing some, you will not be learning anything. My first startup was on a stroke rehabilitation robot that was going to be in people's homes and then do exercises remotely so they didn't have to go to the hospital to do this. I was raising kids around then, 3 kids under 4-year-old, and I was a professor, and then I was a little busy, but I didn't sleep all night, and I just built this company. It was amazing. The robot was really, really good. The idea was great. But you know what? It failed miserably because of something so simple. Around then, people's home didn't have Wi-Fi. Dun, dun, dun. So there were some houses with Wi-Fi, but the homes that I wanted to go and install robots didn't have Wi-Fi. And my company became all about installing Wi-Fi in people's homes, and I was not equipped to do so. So I lost. I lost this point. I felt like a total loser and not seeing this very simple thing ahead of time. I cried and moped around and thought maybe I'll just hide for a little while. But I picked up myself. and refocused on my passion and mission and started the next point very fresh. And you know what? That was really great. It ended up working out all right. That mistake that I made taught me that I need to build an infrastructure for everything that I do on top of that. I do that for every job I had and every product that I built. So since then, I co-founded Google X, helped Nest get started in a garage before Google bought it 3.5 years later, as well as worked at Apple twice. So I was living what people sometimes call a Silicon Valley dream, but I came to understand that winning points isn't everything. Sometimes you have to choose the matches you want to play. Just a few years ago, I had a pretty serious health scare. I'm fine now, but experiencing such an uncertain future made me think everything in a different way. It was a reminder to reconnect to my mission, to make other people whole, to make this world better. And I didn't have time to waste on pointless projects or puffed up titles. And that's what led me back to Nest at Google. Nest's mission is to create a home that takes care of the people inside it and the world around it. Now I ask myself every morning, this is serious, every morning when I wake up, I ask myself and says, am I helping people? And if the answer is yes, I keep going. So whatever you end up picking next, you probably won't be working on it 10 years from now. But whatever you end up picking, please make sure that you put everything into it. It's really important that you find your version of this robotic tennis buddy or startup that might fail, or even an idea that will serve society. And don't worry too much about that winning trophy, that shiny thing at the end of the road, because if you worry too much about that winning trophy, you are not going to get there because you forgot to play that current point in a way that's going to allow you to get there. To summarize, 3 points. If you fell asleep, 3 points. Ready? Passion. Find that robotic tennis buddy or whatever it is for you. Number 2, mission-driven. Serve society. Do something amazing. And number 3, it's okay to lose some points. As a matter of fact, please take some risks and lose some points. That's the way for you to learn. And along the way, don't be afraid to ask some help. Maybe knock on some doors and ask to do something crazy. And they might invite you to work in their lab, and it might just change your life. Your parents, your professors, and your friends and colleagues in a crowd helped you to get here. Please don't take that for granted. It's time to dust off your rackets, focus your eyes on the ball, and give your best for the next point of your match. And speaking of my robotic tennis buddy, if anything has any ideas of how to build this robot with an amazing backhand with a topspin, come and see me. I'm still building that. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoki. Hey, you said I was teaching this introduction to robotics 25 years ago, but I think after your speech, I'll do an introduction to brain modeling, just like your PhD thesis. Huh? So anyhow, moving on, many members of the class of 2018 have been involved in projects supporting the College of Engineering. To show their pride in Berkeley, the seniors have given a class gift to the college to benefit their successors for the years to come. The Class of 2018 Senior Gift Committee is here on stage to present their gift on behalf of the entire graduating class. We've invited Committee Chair Brianna Niu to say a few words.
Hello, graduates, family, friends, esteemed faculty, and staff. Congratulations. Dean Sastry, on behalf of the Berkeley Engineering Senior Class of 2018, we are honored to present this check for $8,556 to the College of Engineering. As we transition to the workforce or further education, we will always remember that these achievements and the many more to come began with our Berkeley engineering education. From the cherished friends sitting beside us to the invaluable knowledge and unforgettable experiences that we gained, we will take many elements of the Berkeley community with us as we venture out to make a difference in the world. So please consider this check an expression of our gratitude for all that Berkeley engineering has done for us, as well as our commitment to its continuing excellence. We are honored to become a part of Berkeley Engineering's 150-year academic and innovative legacy, and are proud to help support the many more generations of Berkeley engineers to come. Thank you, Dean Sastry, and all of our incredible faculty and staff for an incredible 4 years. Best of luck to the Berkeley engineers following in our footsteps. Let's go out there and change the world. Go Bears!
Which is closed. Thank you. And congratulations to the class of 2018 for a successful senior gift campaign. We encourage you to keep supporting your alma mater with your generous gifts once you launch your career. Future generations of Berkeley engineers will be counting on you. I understand that our seniors engaged in some friendly competition this year to see which department could reach the highest participation rate in the senior gift, that is. We totaled up the numbers just yesterday. The winning department, with 49% of its seniors giving to the campaign, is the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. May I ask Department Chair Ken Goldberg to step up to the lectern. Congratulations, IEOR. Thank you. I'd now like to recognize some remarkable members of the class of 2018. Seated here on stage are recipients of this year's Departmental Citation, an award that recognizes the highest level of achievement in the major. Please stand as I introduce you and remain standing for a collective round of applause. First one, Tong Zhang, Bioengineering, not here. Alex Sund, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Yushang Yang, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Sinho Chui, Engineering Science. Tyler Maxey, Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. Sky Fuang Ngo, Material Science and Engineering, not able to attend. Watsal Patel, Mechanical Engineering. Zeroy Zhang, Nuclear Engineering. And Jacob Bergquist, who is the Outstanding Student Award winner for Operations Research and Management Science. That's the LNS degree. Please join me now in congratulating all of them on their high achievement. Please be seated. I'd now like to recognize the collective accomplishments of the class of 2018. Every one of you is an exemplar of the Berkeley Engineering mission to educate leaders, to create knowledge, and to serve society. In your studies, you've pursued excellence of the highest order. You have volunteered as mentors to students in K-12 schools. In labs in the field, you joined faculty and graduate students to discover new solutions and create innovative technologies. And you have helped build a stronger college community and a better world by taking on leadership roles in our many student organizations, competition teams, professional societies, and service programs. You know, these student societies are just amazing. You may not know, and it will be in the papers real soon, that one of these student groups has built a rocket that's ready to be launched in August, all just in the garages here. I invite the entire class to stand while our family and friends join me in applauding this outstanding cohort of Berkeley engineers, the class of 2018. Now I'm going to turn the tables on our graduates. Please remain standing while I take a moment to recognize the families and friends who walked with you on your journey. Their emotional and financial support and care packages have helped make your education possible. I invite you to express your appreciation to your loved ones by giving a hearty cheer to all your families and friends who are with you today. Go! Wonderful. Please be seated.
Today is a special day, and many of you will be taking photographs. Please keep the aisles at the side of the stage clear in consideration of those who are seated. Commencement is a proud day for graduates and their families. It is also a proud moment for the University of California. The degrees conferred by the university attest to the high scholastic achievement of our students and to the fulfillment of the primary task of the university. Today's ceremony recognizes engineers who have earned the degrees Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science. I now invite Dean Sankar Sastry to grant the baccalaureate degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? In my authority as Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Bachelor of Arts. You can move your tassel from your left to your right. Please be seated. You know, there's a separate commencement for the L&S folks. It's tomorrow, I guess, right? Yeah. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise? In my authority as Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Bachelor of Science, and I now invite everyone to move the tassel on your cap, which should be on your right side, over to to the left. This venerable tradition signifies your new status as a college graduate. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Certificates will be presented by Dean Sankar Sastry, assisted by Executive Associate Dean Phil Kaminsky. We begin with the candidates from our Department of Bioengineering.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Bioengineering are Dina Abedi, Aditya Iyer, Gabriela Acevedo Munares, Thibaut Philippine, Sarah Bhattacharjee, Tamana Shobha. Sarah Sterling Ogden. Joshua Deng. Zhizhen Kong. Yining Chen. Yutong Liu. Nico Jeffries. Ian Connett. Kirsten Feta. Kenneth Jeffries. Seth Bergenholtz. Bowen Wang. Ashish Samadar. Rudra Mehta. Sean Kitayama. Irene Kim. Tatiana Jensen. Samir Hosseini. Suhas Gaure. Luis Caldera. Teresa de Jesus Martinez. Erica Cruz. Luigi Galvan. Giovanni Guillen. Samuel Lee. Diego Alcantar. Emma Manzano. Jin Tanizaki. Dominique Cuavaci. Gary Chan. Vincent Kwan. Ji Min Lee. Hana Tang. Leslie Leung. Mahek Modi. Keith Kim. Dilveen Goroya. Anusari Urangantani. Lauren Song. Go Lauren! Nikki Chahiodno. Nicholas Chahiono. Dustin Nitsawa. Karan Rajalingam. Evan Lee. Joanna Cabrera. Sean Kelly. Bhavna Gopal. Uday Suresh. Siddharth Gampa. Sangchul Lee. Erica May Keene. Connie Yu. Lauren John. Sean DiPolo. Jerry Lee. Samana Algarbi. Congratulations to all of the bioengineering graduates.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering are Kat Sater, Edmund Yee, Colin Sui, Pablo Azcona, Ann Easterbrook, Samar Saad, Priya Diwan, Samantha Crystal, Stella Tay, Monica Liu, Carl Xavier Bale, Karina Yap, Alexander Sun, recipient of the department citation. Dylan Cato. Anush Razavian. Patrick Lurchi. Christopher Chin. Henry Hamill. Alexis Flores. Selena Shaw. Caroline Evans. Caroline Hartman Lafredo. Eric Garcia. Joan Gibbons. Ruth McGee. Palak Thakur. Faraz Khan. Bryant Gunawan. Karina Wijaya. Jessica Richard. Elizabeth Rodriguez. Karina Panate. Aaliyah Douglas. Bianca Acosta. Sandra Ma. Christophe Allard Moreau. Tyler Marr. Ellen Hiley. Julia Balu. Joshua Kang. Cole Fargo. Miriam Leon. Cassandra Butler. Kayla Kay. Nepomucimo. Chungman Lillian Ma. Weijian Zhang. Chiho Young. Wyatt Hagan. Arturo Moreno. Gabriel Macias. Vincent. Rebecca Califf. Nicole Leip. Joanne Atienza. Jeanette Choi. Frank He. Andy Nguyen. Idrang Liu. Brian Tam. John Stewart. Joseph Hanna. Alina Zaki. Kyle Romanolo. David Barba. Francisco Ojeda. Isaiah Sparara. Angel Camacho Lopez. Dhruv Sharuya Singhal. Andres Gustafson Mendez. Victor Sasson. Matthew Young. Elena Rager. Andrew Veenstra. Jenny Liu. Steve Lee. Daniel Ra. Pan Choi. Anthony Hu Nguyen. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for degree Bachelors of Science in Engineering Sciences are Siho Chui, the recipient of the Department Citation. Joy Go. Alexandra Daniels. Noma Wasu. Charlene Manuag. Brielle Bouchon. Brittany Johnson. Neri Bahera. John Frenshu. Justin Luke. Zhang Tang. Nathan Topolansky. Kian Amidin Abraham. Carl Walter. Eleanor Firestein. Sean Anderson. Abdu Bokahil. Johnny Hu. Jeffrey Huan. Stephen Shan. Joshua Squag. Caroline Pritchett. Shreyas Parthasarati. Pranav Pamidigantan. Dennis Wang. Washu Tiberol. Nina Munshin. Raymond Trong. Aaron Jatiani. Young Jun Jong. Matthew Lizatich. Vanya Fong. Let's all congratulate all the graduates of engineering science.
Really great. Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research and the Bachelor of Arts in Operations Research and Management Sciences are Brandon Liu, Alexander Tomaso, Averill Wallach, Stella Bao, Wesley Jin, Anthony Blair, William Campbell, Emily Ma, Smita Jain, Jessica Lynn, Rupert Kay, Brianna New, Darren Fang, Sophia Morgan, Julia Ting, Jasper Khan, Jojin Leong, Tyler Maxey, recipient of the department citation. Nicole Benin, Ethan Epstein, Andrew Ding, Rebecca Martin, Jeremiah Cortez, Waverly Runyon, Derek Sturgill, Parth Raruth, Carlos Oyulama Mara, Parisa Koram, Itzel Romero, Arturo Efrain Roman or Diaz, Thomas Ferry, Saeed Nassef. Jacob Berquist. Kevin Hartantillo. Brian Komala. Evan Anderson Cam. Davina Darmawan. Natasha Angelica Cristanto. Sharon Sui. Fiona Sheehan. Cheng Fang Shi. And Liang and Na. Liang Na. Liang Yuan Na. Congratulations to all the industrial engineers, and go Bears!
Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Materials Science and Engineering are Jack Peterson, Salman Faruqi, Marina Fox, Zila Ziegler-Hunt, Kylie Ordez, Adyoda Gupta, Ryan Sao, Ian Cash, Abigail Jacob, Keva Madhavan, Noor El Defware, Nika Mashuf, Mackenzie Smith, Vaishali Amin, Goldia Kidek, Ruji Shaw, Mark Gleason, Nathaniel Pyle, Andrew Sweet, Alec Lang, Tom Lin, Reynaldo Tendean, Aaron Schwartz. Please join me in congratulating the graduating class from the Material Science and Engineering Department 2018.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science from the Department of Mechanical Engineering are Brian Salas, Xingyang Liu, Gaira El Said, Emmanuel Bonsu, Adam Hutt, Emily Stetnitz, Sang Eon, Jung Hung Singh, Rachel Ann Rosano, Richard Vu, Brian Tang. Nicole Panditi. Nicholas Chen. Akira Bai. Ankit Agarwal. Austin Zhang. Vineet Nair. Charlene Chong. Vatsal Patel, our department citation winner. Joseph Kroger. Jack Pechak. Mohamed Munid Siddique. Kanat Kapoor. Yash Mehta. Rochelle Gorida. Jaramu Barak. Veer Doshi. Molivan Lamouth. Tanisha Ranhawa. Ian Gonzalez Bullitt, our commencement speaker. James Napoli. Aldo Suseno. Toby Timotheus. Roger Isiad. Sean Luna. Junaid McNojia. Colin Horsworth. James Martin. Trier Mortolock. Akhilesh Mishra. Brendan Kennedy. Danny Young. Andrew Midget. Patrick Angelo. Patrick Carrison. Hannah Ling. Philip Tao. Gurshanan Madan. Daniel Zhu. Michael Zhang. Susana Personen. David Perez. Christine Laurent. Julie Seigerwald. Andy Meyers. Trevor Hansen. Nathan Penn. James Truitt. Too fast? Oh, slow. Where's that? Bottleneck. Richard Didham. Henderson Wong. Jerry Chen. Benjamin Glazer. Brian Timmons. Henry Lay. Varun Chatbra. Catherine Decker. Nisha Subramanian. Samuel Mao. Alison Cobble. Lau Werner. Rachel Thomason. Grady Wong. Carl Kantenwala. Eric Zhang. Pritiva Akela. Michael White. Philip Downey. Thomas McKay. Joshua Tan. Jordan Tate. Tiffany Hu. Marianne Rui. Joshua Price. Valmik Prabhu. Arjun Dev. Arnat Chaturvedi. Richard Soto. Kenneth Barton. Michael Oleson. Mika Cox. Quentin Chow. Yoshihito Ikemagami. Robert McAm. Ryan O'Bannon. Megan Ban. Connor Freeman. Evan Rader. Andrew Fitzik. Nathiel Barrett Wilson. Cameron Saidi. Kenny Tang. Christian Ploskarayu. Sarah Mai Gutierrez Mercado. Noeli Paz Soldan. Tushkar Malik. Pedro Martinez Navarro. Sunjit Singh. Peter Queller. Matthew Brazil. John Lim. Calvin Lang. Brian Fang. Adolfo Tech. Jesús Navarro. Salvador Rey Gómez de la Cruz. Michael Heth. Jacqueline Nguyen. Kevin Su, Catherine Hom, Justin Wang, Jeshun Lin, Cole Trierbold, Jorel Velasco, Kenny Sheng, Alvin Tan, Garrett Corcoran, Ramtin Hosseini, Parsa Taleb, Mark Hedrin, Samuel John Pliska, Nathan Jenst, Bilal Hamid, Alondra Espinosa Lopez, Alexander Knack, Colton Nicholson, Rongbiao Wei, Hauran Shao, Kentanap Punganich, Rachel Leda, Grant Emmendorfer, Charles Friesen, Nicholas Entris. Last but not least, Robert Vivanco. Congratulations to all our grads, and go Bears!
Dean Sastry. The candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Nuclear Engineering are Ivan Ulloa Garcia, Radley Valera Riganon, Mustafa Saad, Marina Rizk, Jeffrey Najar, Sam Horesho, Carlos Farias, Mayrit Montagu, Iskander Rakametrian, Jinae Keel, Jason Kaufman, Jacqueline Catherine Garcia, Astra Angada, Matthew Deng, Maz Siddiqui, Hayden Horan, Joseph Gordon, Brandon Cunard, Ali Albay, Parker Adams, We congratulate all graduates.
So, Dean Shastri, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences are Dhruv Relwani, Parsa Faraduni, Morad Shefa, Elam Levitov, Ben Benzur, Bryce Schmidtchen, Alexandria Finley, Annie Wang, Nathaniel Lowe,
Gavin Lee, George Gong, Lucy Shao, Helena Huang, Tylis Wan, Kinseng Shao, Timothy Quay, Arthur Chung, Shaban Karashi, Andre Andreasa, Omar El Barmawi,
Adam Brown, Nicholas Verblun, Gregory Yunek, Akshay Srikumar, Ethan Chow, Rohit Braganza, Nicholas Landolfi, Alan Zhu, Yiding Zhang,
Utkarsh Singhal, Shin-Young Peng, Peiji Lee, Matthew Walleman, Kanzi Yi, Akilish Bapu, Prashanth Ganesh, Sebastian Mertz, Stephen Veshkini, Andrew Millman, Jonathan Chu, Kyle Kovacs,
Aditya Shetty, Daniel Grubb, Aditya Boombla, Connor Worley, Vincent Edric Arias Escueta, Jerry Cheng, Christopher Sanghu Chan, Andrew Fang, Matthew Musolami, Tai Hung Kim,
Eric Bow, Yang Yu, Joanna Yang, Vicky Zhang, Paulo Kagampa Bantolo, Lin Zhou, Chil Liang, Yu Andy Zhang. Elliot Z. Lin. Alexander Yu. Alexander Wang.
Gary G. Richard Qian. Kevin G. David Yan. Benjamin Lee. Caleb Wiley. Vian Fan. Jerry Xiao. Brandon Wang. James Smith.
Alice Tang. Jae Kyung Chong. Ashley Huey. Kevin Chant. Arshi Agarwal. David Dominguez Hooper. Ajay Krishnan. Vedant Saran. Philip Hayes. This is our recipient. The recipient of our departmental citation, Yushang Yang.
Guanzhou Young. Derek Kennedy. Ranjat Singh. Rafni Donikian. Richard Hu. Stephen Chen. Lisa Lee. Eric Liang. Sakyan Ryu. Tony Situ. Andrew Tsui.
Sahil Hassan. Burot Mohan. Patrick Gan. Alexander Zhang. Ashley Chen. Nicole Raskina. Harrison Shuer. Garrett Lin. Justin Picar. Eric Lingshi. Nancy Lee.
Darren Lim. Tyler Nguyen. Gurpreet Atwal. Piyush Patil. Joshua Stone. Jared Sun. Robert Matic. Nathan Puchiro. Pearl Legler.
Alvin Wan. Nikhil Rao. Nicole Kume Peternell. Linus Kipkoish. Come on. Come on. Haggai Konda. Vanessa Salas. Hector Gonzalez. Marcellus Gibson. Jennifer Dye. Kevin Arifin. Aaron Sieg. Andrew Pui Kit Chan. Neela Tumala.
Kyan Russell. Shayan Askarian Namagi. Badi Parvana. Sam Piche. Arya Rostami. Roham Gotbi. Ehsan Yousefi. Andrea Skaranam. Brenton Chu. David New.
Robert Mao. Jia Hang Lee. Minghan Chao. Yihon Xu. Yun Fan Song. Zheng Tai. Xincheng Shung. Daiwei Liu. Kunaal Gosar. Philip Kuznetsov. Christine Lin. Wenhao Liu.
Jeffrey Wang. Kevin Jiao. Alexander Kumamoto. Franklin Rice. Ryan Williams. Ayesha Faridi. Zane Christensen. Cedric Holtz. Ganghul Ho. Gilbert Lowe.
Li Kong Wang. Margaret Zhang. Manav Ravi Goyal. Shreyas Bade. Ravneet Singh Madan. Sahil Upadhyay. Christopher Korea. Arnav Gautam. Arnav Vyad. Vaid. Nikhil Sharma.
Nikhil Satay. Nikhil Mather. Ankit Mather. Aviraj Singh. Christopher Goodman. Karthik Shumugam. Brandon Lin. Dennis Tan. David Tsang. Chandler Chen.
Tim Kit Chan. Stefan Palombo. Nada Al-Ulusi. Evan Patel. Vera Gold. True Lone. Kevin Parnick. Robert Nguyen. Surush Demoy. Bradley Afzali. Arjun Sridhar.
Sahil Sanchetti. Kevin Ma. Jason Perrin. Kyle Cripps. Forrest Finnegan. Evan Finnegan. Cameron Rasmussen. Pranav Shankar. Anish Balaji. Marcus Lee. Sophia Zhang.
Casey Takahashi. Pranay Kumar. Elias Daikar. Matthew Turk. Neil Denite. Nitin Mani Vasugun. Sampath Dudu. Anurag Badum. Benjamin Ka. Juhung James Hong. Nathan Mundy.
Bridgen Thununjayan. Ravatik Kapshikar. Ziva Shapar. Aksha Sivaprasad. Ankit Patel. Tushar Singhal. Joseph Chen. Hadi Zhang. Xian Sun. Nathan Panel.
Brian Shi. Inan Hussein. Ruomang Yang. Wilton Wu. Soheil Bame. Ai Nguyen. Lance Dong. Zung Nguyen. Matthew Zhao. Jia Guo. Nolan Chen.
Taylor Wong. Bob Zhou. Paige Plander. Monica Kumaran. Samantha Wathatagala. Grace Leitner. Alexandra Burrow. Mataf Shah. Aditya Batra. Brandon Teo.
Mitch Lin. Christopher Lin. Andy Chow. Jerry Chen. Mitosh Ray. Tavor Baharov. Last one. And Joseph Lee.
Thank you, everyone, and best wishes to all our graduates. Congratulations again to our class of 2018. You are now and forever Berkeley engineers and alumni of the finest university in the nation, one of the top engineering schools in the world. Be proud. As you embark on your career or continue your education, you will remember these years at Berkeley with affection. Come back and share your experience and pass your knowledge to the students that follow you. Participate in active and generous alumni. Stay in touch with each other and with us through the contacts noted in your program. To close our ceremony, please welcome the Cal Jazz Choir featuring Kirsten Fatah, a bioengineering graduate, as they perform Big C.
So bold, PC means to fight and strive and win for blue and gold. Golden Bear's ever watching, day by day he prowls, and when he hears the tread of lowest infrared from his lair, he fiercely growls. Golden Bear, fiercely growls. Golden Bear, fiercely California. Daughters and sons of California, fighting for gold and blue. Palms of glory we will win for alma mater true. Stanford's men will soon be routed over there by our dazzling sea. And when we serpentine there, red will turn to green in our hour of victory. Go Bears!
This concludes our commencement ceremony. Congratulations, best wishes, and a final Go Bears.